welcome to Lucy's Library. I am so happy that you joined me today. In today's video, we will be reading The Ugly Duckling, written by Hans Christian Andersen and illustrated by Rachel Isadora. Does anyone know what the illustrator does? The illustrator draws all the pictures, and the author writes the words. Find a cozy spot, grab a blanket, and let's get started. The Ugly Duckling. Once upon a time, at an old farm, a mother duck sat on her eggs. One by one, the shells began to crack, and out came 6 chirping ducklings. Beep, beep, beep. But the biggest egg still did not hatch. I will sit on it a while longer, said the mother duck. When the egg finally hatched, out came a strange-looking duckling who gazed up at his worried mother. "He is my child, but not at all like the others," she said. Does that duckling look different to you? The other ducklings are yellow, but that one is a grayish color. I wonder why he is gray. Think about it. No one wanted to play with the poor ugly duckling. He was large and clumsy, and so different from his brothers and sisters. All the animals on the farms laughed at him and teased him. Oh, that is not very kind. You don't want to laugh and tease friends just because they look different? Not very nice. At night, the ugly duckling would cry himself to sleep. Aw, poor duckling. If you had a friend that was crying, what would you do? I would go over and say, "Are you okay?" And maybe give them a hug if they needed it. One day, the duckling felt he had no choice but to fly away. He came to a pond where some wild ducks lived. "Do you know of any ducklings with gray feathers like me?" he asked. "No," they all said. "We don't know any ducklings as ugly as you." Oh, it's not very nice either. The duckling then came upon a pair of geese, who warned him not to stay at that pond. "It's dangerous here. There are men and dogs hunting." Just then, pop, pop sounded in the air, and 2 geese fell from the sky. Oh no, what do you think happened? The frightened duckling tried to hide, but a large dog ran up to him. The dog's jaws were open, showing his sharp teeth. But just as suddenly, the dog went on his way without touching the ugly duckling. "Whew," thought the duckling. "Now I am thankful I am so ugly. Even a dog will not bite me." Oh goodness, that looks scary dog. Do you have a dog at home? I hope your dog is nice and wouldn't bite a ducky. When the hunters were gone, the duckling ran off. A storm was blowing, so he sneaked inside a hut. Here he found an old woman with her beloved cat and hen. "What a prize," the woman said when she spotted the duckling. "Now I shall have some duck eggs." But after many weeks, there were no eggs. "Well, you can't lay eggs like me," said Hen. "Can you purr like a cat?" "No," said the duckling, "but I like to swim and dive." The hen and cat laughed at his foolishness. "Ha ha ha ha! They don't understand me either," thought the duckling. "I think I will go back out into the world," he told them. "Yes," said Hen, "do go." Back at the pond, the duckling would swim and dive each day. Still, no creatures would come near him. One fall evening, he saw a flock of the most beautiful birds. He was filled with longing. If only it could be as lovely as they, the ugly duckling sighed. Do you see all of the other animals here? I see an elephant, a giraffe, something that maybe looks like a lion. What's your favorite animal? Winter came and the land was covered with snow and ice. One day, as the poor duckling tried to find food, he dropped exhausted to the ground. A kind farmer came upon him. "I'll take him home so that my children can look after him. Poor thing, he's frozen." Oh, a nice farmer came that's going to take him home. The duckling was showered with kindness, and in this way he survived the cold weather. Oh, that was kind. They took care of him during the winter, so he was nice and safe and warm. By the time spring arrived, the duckling had grown so large that the farmer set him free on the pond. That is when the duckling saw himself mirrored in the water. Goodness, how I have changed. I don't recognize myself at all. Oh, look at how big he got. Do you think he looks like a duck? At that moment, the beautiful birds he had seen before glided onto the pond. When the duckling saw them, he realized he was one of them. They surrounded him and stroked his long neck with their beaks as a welcome. Some children came to see the birds, and one of them exclaimed, "Look at the new swan! He is the most beautiful of them all." Oh, so he's a swan. He's not a duck, he's a swan. So cool. At first, the young swan was shy and could not believe his good fortune. "I never dreamed of such happiness as this when I was an ugly duckling," he said to himself. Then the young swan rustled his feathers, curved his long slender neck, and glided on the water into the bright sunlight. The end. Wow, what an amazing book. I love the illustrations in that book. Did you like them too? Thank you so much for watching this video and hearing this amazing story about the ugly duckling who turned out to be a beautiful swan. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button. And if you need help, you can ask one of your parents. Also, if you super like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up by hitting that thumbs up button down below. And thank you again for joining me at Lucy's Library. I hope to see you again soon. Be sure to check out all my other videos of other stories that I tell you. And I hope to see you back at Lucy's Library soon. Bye!